The newsletter management portion of MarketPowerPRO allows you to create and manage newsletters that you can send out to your distributors and customer base. Newsletter functionality is broken down into 4 components: subscription groups, newsletters templates, newsletter management, and corporate subscription groups. All newsletters are delivered via email. Within this area, you can define subscription groups, for example the top sellers group or top recruiters group. Groups are important because different letters can be targeted to different groups. For instance, you may want one letter to go to your top sellers and another to your top recruiters. You can define as many or as few groups in the system as you like, using any criteria that you desire for determining what the composition of a group is. To create a subscription group, click the Add Group button to open the subscription group editing screen. The first item, Get Initial Data From, is a drop-down and is common to all forms similar to this one. It allows you to select which language you are creating the group for. For example, if you use English and Chinese languages in your system, you may create an English version and a Chinese version of the same document. When you create the second language version, you will select the new language from the drop-down list and may optionally select Paste Data to copy the default language content. In this particular case, only the name and description would be affected, but with other forms there may be a larger passage of text that you have created and wish to use an automated language tool such as Google Languages to copy the content, paste it into the translator, then copy and paste it back in the new language. When your foreign language users visit your pages, MarketPowerPRO will automatically display the page in their selected language. Enter a name for this subscription group in the name field. Customers, for example. Add a description. All customers. Set the access level by clicking on the radio button. This will set who may subscribe to this group. Click on the checkboxes for the role groups that may access this subscription group, and finally check the Is Available checkbox to mark this group available for the approved users to subscribe to. MarketPowerPRO does not limit you to a single layout or format for newsletter templates. Instead, it allows you to define your own templates. Use the simple point-and-click tools to design a single template for all company correspondence or different templates for different purposes. Addition of new templates, as well as the editing or deletion of existing ones, is handled from within this area. Newsletters are the documents that you will send out to your subscription groups. Using a powerful text editing tool, you may create impressive media-rich documents that contain sound, graphics, and even flash files. The variable replacement tool allows you to personalize the message with details such as the recipient's name or address. The newsletter templates pane contains the customary search and filter tool that will allow you to enter some or all of a newsletter name and click Go to search or filter all documents that contain the entered information. The templates list has an edit and delete link beside each document for you to quickly open and change a template or delete it from your system. At the foot of the newsletter template pane is the Add Template button. Click this to add a new newsletter template. The first thing we need to do is give your new template a name. Select a suitable name such as January Specials or Weekly Sales Promotions. Using the editing tool, create your newsletter. The tool includes a range of features that will allow you to include a predefined variable. Position your cursor where you would like the mail merged information to be placed, then from the drop-down list Variables, select the appropriate information. For example, username. This will allow you to personalize the message with the recipient's name. You will see when you select a variable from the drop-down, a token will be placed. That's a £sign with username and another £sign. This is placed on your document. Do not change this code. It informs MarketPowerPRO that this is a variable and that it should replace it with the correct information. In addition to the system-generated variables such as name, address, telephone number and so on, you may also create your own custom variables from the Corporate Profile Variable Replacements page. Alongside the Variable Replacements drop-down, you will see a range of buttons along the top of the editing tool. Hover your mouse over each button for a description of what it will do. For example, you may wish to insert a flash file. The flash control is near the right-hand end. Setting a piece of text to link to another external web page is accomplished by selecting the Hyperlink Manager and setting the piece of text to match. Font styles, colours and sizes are easily adjusted. Of particular note are 3 buttons at the bottom of the editor. A pencil represents a design tool. This is the normal editing mode. A less than or greater than symbol is a button that will switch the editor to HTML mode, allowing a proficient person to edit the code directly. And finally, a magnifying glass button that will switch the view to preview mode, enabling you to view the document as a user would see it. When you are happy with the presentation of your newsletter template, click Save and Close to add it to your library of templates. Newsletter management allows you to communicate quickly and efficiently with specific groups of members. To create a newsletter, you must have already created a subscription group and a template on which to base your new newsletter. In addition to the usual search filter option that allows you to enter search information, choose the column to search in and click Go to search or filter the list of newsletters displayed, there is also a filtering tool that will let you view previously created newsletters within a particular date range or by a specific group. Select the date range or group of interest from the drop-down list and click Show to refresh the displayed newsletters. To add a new newsletter, click the Add Newsletter button at the foot of the pane to display the newsletter creation form. On this page you will enter Group. This drop-down will display all of your previously created subscription groups. If the list does not contain the group you need to use, go to Subscription Groups and create the appropriate group. Subject. Enter a suitable subject for your newsletter, for example, January special offers or summer sales ideas. Text. This is your newsletter message. The text you enter here will be incorporated into your chosen newsletter template to create the newsletter. Templates. Select the correct template from the drop-down list. If there are not any templates displayed or the template you need is not there, you must go back to the newsletter templates and create it first. Priority. Set the priority for your newsletter. The recipient will see the priority of the message as a symbol beside the email in their inbox. If you would like to schedule the message to be sent at a time other than now, you may click the Schedule checkbox. When you do, time and date options will be displayed, as well as a calendar icon that you may click on to choose a date. The mailing will be automatically sent on the selected date and time. Sender type. This is a drop-down that allows you to choose whether to have the message appear as being sent from the person currently logged in, that's you, or your administrator. Lastly, you may attach a small file to your email if you wish. This attachment may be anything you would like: an Excel report containing figures, a Microsoft Word document with a new suggested sales script, a JPEG image of your latest product line. In fact, any file at all. Bear in mind that you should keep this file size to a minimum. Some email service providers place a 4 MB limit on attachments, and there are occasions where bandwidth usage is limited, and sending hundreds of emails with a large attachment may be time-consuming. When you are happy with your newsletter, double-check your chosen group and template. Click Test to run a test transmission. If there are no errors reported, click Send and Close to send the displayed message as part of the chosen template to the selected group of users. If you specified a scheduled date and time, you will choose Save and Close. In addition to defining subscriber groups for inclusion in a newsletter mailing, you may also choose to include your corporate security groups. Corporate groups are groups that define a user's level of access to the system, administrators, vendors, content managers, and so on. By allowing you to identify these groups for inclusion in a newsletter mailing, you are able to send a specific, targeted message quickly and easily. For example, you may need to alert your management team to a visit by a VIP guest next week. Quickly assemble a newsletter suggesting jacket and tie and polished shoes in preparation. Select the appropriate user group, send it, and everyone that needs to be prepared has been notified. Select the subscription group from the drop-down list at the top of the pane. If the group you need is not displayed in the drop-down, you must go to Subscription Groups and create it first. Click the checkbox beside the role that you wish to include as part of the group, and click Save to save the changes to the subscription group.